Hello my friends. Today I want to thank you for the 20,000 subscribers. I know that this is not such an active channel. I have only posted about 10 videos per year since its inception, so I'm not your classic YouTuber that posts daily or weekly or even monthly. When I post a video, I make sure it's worth people's time, and it's usually about the topic that I really care about. Despite not posting a lot, I still have people watching, commenting, subscribing, and I thank you for that. I thank you for choosing to spend a moment of your life to watch a video of mine in these times where time is very precious. I'll also use this occasion to remind myself, as well as you, the audience, what I'm about. I'm about truth seeking. When I feel that propaganda is used to shape the minds of men in a negative way, I will talk about it. I thought that this was a good occasion for me to post about my background in channel history. So here we go. I live in Central Eastern Europe, but I grew up loving Western entertainment, specifically American entertainment. But as I was in my teens, playing my games and watching my movies, I couldn't shake a feeling that something was wrong with the system, and that I didn't fit in it. Even if I was occupied with my games, I could still see the real world around me. The sadness, the poverty, the slow bureaucracy, the government control, the megacorps, all of it, I could see it, but I couldn't quite understand it. One of the advantages of being into gaming was the ability to use a computer somewhat half decent, knowing about how to find information. So I used my torrent client to look for videos about how the world works. I looked up conspiracy theories. I found so much stuff. I watched Michael Tessarian's breakdowns, and he had this series that took me more than 20 hours to complete. I learned about the bloodlines, the secret societies, the origin of those secret societies, their symbols, how to spot those symbols in current institutions and companies that run the world, the meetings that they have, their agendas and goals, as well as their dark spiritual nature, the black magic, the satanic influence, their technological obsession and their goal to replace heaven with transhumanism and achieving immortality through technology. It was all there. Was it all true? I don't know, but it was an answer. A shock that I felt, and when I was walking down the streets I felt different. I could spot the fakeness instantly, I could see the mind control, so I watched more. I watched David Icke, Alex Jones, and later when the internet was getting more stable for video streaming, YouTube was a treasure trove. I could finally detach from these people who had the budget to make conspiracy theory documentaries and see real people like me instead, finding information and making videos about it, with really bad editing in some cases, but it didn't matter. As a gamer, I was looking to see if my people are talking about occult symbolism in gaming. And there was a particular channel which was talking about the different meanings in the Assassin's Creed series, and also the 2012 prediction. Everyone was talking about 2012 back then. Some people thought it was going to be the end of the world. Some people were talking about some kind of aliens and merging with their higher consciousness. Some thought the rapture and judgment was going to happen. Some thought we would all be pulverized by some kind of cosmic photonic band. That's of course the moment that I realized that it's not just the elites and their system that you can't trust, but also the wild conspiracists on the internet who have all kinds of contradicting theories, and you have to take everything with a grain of salt when looking at them. I spent time on an online American independent radio station called Revolution Radio. You met all kinds of people there, from real American patriots that had gun collections, to farmers, to peaceful hippies, to off-grid promoters, etc. They even gave me my own radio show, where I would talk about the recent anonymous updates, because back then I was part of also anonymous IRC network communities, yes, the famous hackers, etc. But it wasn't just that. There were different factions, some that didn't appreciate hacking as a form of rebellion, some that preferred defacement, but made fun of people who used DDoS attacks. There was an AnonNet, which was a place where people were searching for peaceful activism solutions, and AnonOps, which were more about hacking and were hated and made fun of by AnonNet. There were also other nerdy hangouts, one of which I was part of, called Hacks Radio, associated with the Electronic Tribulation Army, known for occasionally trolling LulzSec, the most elite hacker group of Anonymous. I was not a hacker myself, I mostly DJ'd, and I DJ'd on both AnonOps and Hacks Radio, despite them having beef with each other. Ultimately, all these places had one thing in common, and that is talking random things in the main chat, and listening to some very interesting underground music. So that was my time in 2011-2012, hanging out with nerds and doing truth-seeking radio. But because of the different conspiracy theory fighting and same topics being discussed every day, I kind of got bored. I retired in a place called Dark City Radio for an even more underground radio experience, owned by quite a strong but funny character called Bob's Backyard from Northern England who liked to talk a lot. I guess that's why he owned a radio. But eventually I quit even that. The separation was on good terms and we have remained friends. I've also remained friends with members of Revolution Radio, but my radio experience was over. It was time to relax. For a while I didn't care that much, I just went back to gaming with my friends, but in my gaming circle I always pointed out Illuminati type symbolism in games, so they told me to make a channel about it on YouTube, jokingly. But I actually made a channel. Did my first video of the game Remember Me, where you can see how I had an over-the-top, serious conspiracist voice. The game is set in the year 2084, possibly a hint to George Orwell's 1984, and a futuristic version of Paris called Neo Paris. The Memorize Corporation has invented a new brain implant called the Sensation Engine, Sen, which enables roughly 99% of the population to upload and share their memories on the net, as well as remove unhappy or unpleasant memories. This gives Memorize an immense degree of control over the population and enables them to establish a surveillance state. The information was good, but I wasn't really being myself. I made a bunch of episodes and I started making friends in the Truthseeker YouTube community with ODD and Nicholson 1968. I also pitched my videos to bigger channels so that they can show my research to their audiences. As a result of all this, I have had people being sent to me from ODD, Nicholson 1968, The Vigilant Christian, The Scariest Movie Ever, and others, so I made it. At that point I was too someone that people were looking at for conspiracy research. I kept making episodes with the things I was finding, but then I asked myself, what am I doing? What is this for? People don't know who I really am. They just know me as Mr. Conspiracy on YouTube. And I didn't really know them, or the other conspiracy content creators. I started to see that we are in an echo chamber where we don't really know or care about each other. Moreover, people were starting to call each other shills just for believing in different conspiracy theories. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to step out of it and do other things. So I changed my channel name from the brand that I represented in the conspiracy community, which was Games Exposed. I changed it to a combination between one of my real names and my artist and internet nickname, which was Vosto, therefore becoming Vosto Vlad. I started to make other types of videos. I did a documentary on the history of the underground niche music genre called synthwave, a genre which is modern but inspires from retro 80s movie soundtracks and aesthetics. Of course, it's much more than that, and I put it in that documentary, which became the #1 viewed documentary on YouTube on that topic. I focus more on music, and I've achieved almost 1 million plays on a track, and tens of thousands of other plays on other tracks. I saw that I can be good at these other things, and people appreciate me in any field that I try. I also wanted to show my audience on YouTube that I'm not just against games, and posted simply reviews of some games. I love games, if they are well done, and have no agenda behind them. But I even played a lot of the games for which I expose symbolism on my channel, therefore becoming a hypocrite. So I asked myself, why do I do this if I'm a hypocrite? You can't expose but also like something at the same time. The censorship was also getting high at the time. Gone were the days where truther videos were recommended by YouTube. Now if someone typed Illuminati in the search, they would instead get Illuminati debunked videos first. And maybe you would find what you were looking for at page 7 if you were lucky. Meanwhile, looking at my statistics, there were people subscribing more and more from my synthwave documentary. I uploaded a bunch of music compilations after that, based on Slavic culture and Slavic gaming, the Stalker and Metro series in particular, with their unique aesthetic and feel. If you are a gamer, you have to experience those worlds, because they are different to the games designed by Western European or American companies. The songs that I used were part of the Stalker Anomaly mod radio called Zone FM. The Zone FM video was very successful, because I managed to fill a gap that the game's fanbase was waiting for on YouTube. The community who plays Stalker is a very positive and nice environment, which I love to be part of. We are all at the moment waiting for a game called Stalker 2, which will be released this year or next year, and the devs have promised that they won't do a Cyberpunk 2077 on us with their failed and broken release. Returning to the channel's history, in parallel with these compilations, COVID-19 was creating a prison planet, so that revived me in terms of making videos for my original community, the people who like freedom and truth seekers. I realized that my voice is needed amongst many other voices in the battle of ideas. Views or no views, saying nothing will make them think that they won, and that everyone agrees with them. We have to say things. They say it every day on their propaganda channels, so why not us? The unification of truth-seeking channels doesn't exist like it used to. We are all quite separate and doing our own thing. Which is fine, at least there's no more shill accusations and the waters are calm. It's up to you to decide who to follow. At this point, I will use my channel to show the different types of propaganda in our entertainment, whether occult symbolism or woke garbage, just anything that smells of manipulation and sociopathic behaviors from the people that rule over us. I will say that there are many issues that I think about, but I don't end up making videos about, and I'm sorry for that. I will try to put out what is in my mind more often from now on. I also want to keep posting the other things that are music or gaming related, as it demonstrates to myself and others that there is also good in this world. Creation is good. We're supposed to still try and have fun and enjoy our life, otherwise it means that the evil has won. At the same time, I will also tell those who have found me because of my music or a game review that it's important to question the system we live in and not just consume entertainment all the time. I want to unite my communities into one and help them understand each other. I don't want you guys to become a hive mind. Keep being individuals and respect each other and have healthy debates in the comments. So that's about it. I told you guys where I've been, where I'm at, and where I'm going. I thank you once again for subscribing to my channel, and I hope you stick around for many years to come. I have also made a BitChute account that you can follow in case they will ban me here. There are also means through which you can support me, and you can find them in the description. Thanks everyone, stay tuned. This is Vosto Vlad, signing out.